I can still do a lot of things and more things with ease. I don't have as much trouble breathing. That's a big deal.
It's not funny, but it's fucking funny. I don't have as much trouble breathing, which is a big deal. You think? Weight bias is not a natural construct. What?
So I'm pretty worked up right now. There are so many people who think that medical care, the jobs you get, the wage that you have, all of those things are allowed and should be allowed to be affected by your size.
It depends on the job.
So utterly ridiculous and ignorant.
It's not.
And hurtful.
It doesn't matter if it's hurtful. Your feelings are not a factor in whether or not you can perform a task. So if you need to be limber and mobile and swift, you can't be morbidly obese. So yeah, it should affect. If you don't take care of yourself, it's going to be it's going to compromise a lot of jobs.
Because we have a hell of a lot less control over our weight than we want to admit.
No, we don't.
And that was a sobering fact for me to understand. But it was
you're still not getting it. Still not getting it.
Also one of the biggest things that helped me on my health journey. Because when I was 520 pounds...
Holy shit.
You better believe I could still do a whole lot of shit.
I doubt it.
The doctors promised me the world. Woo, you lose that weight, you're going to be so much better off. You're going to be healthier and happier.
Fact. No, the happy shit, that has nothing to do with your weight. Just like money, you can't buy happiness. Happiness shouldn't be the goal. Happiness is not the goal. Everyone's like, I want to be happy. Well, you can be happy right now if you choose. That's a stupid fucking goal. I want to be happy. No, you need to have purpose. You need to have purpose. You need to actually be producing something in your life. Like, you need to have a fucking purpose. Fuck happiness. Oh, God, you are stupid as you look.
I can still do a lot of things and more things with ease. I don't have as much trouble breathing. That's a big deal.
It's not funny, but it's fucking funny. I don't have as much trouble breathing, which is a big deal. You think? Breathing is kind of important. We always talk about how water and sleep are pretty close. Water and sleep are pretty close together. It's like, what's more important? I don't know. You can only go 3 days or so without water, but can you go 3? You can go 3, or you can probably do a couple more days without sleep. You're going to be hallucinating something serious. And I told that story. I've done like 48, 50 something, 60 hours. And I was like, I don't know what, I lost my mind for a week after that. Yeah, breathing, you can't last too long. Kind of nice to not have trouble fucking breathing. Jesus.
But guess what?
This is awful.
There are genetic things that were causing a lot of my issues.
Oh, your thyroid. Tell me say thyroid.
Some people are never lucky enough to find that underlying cause.
Okay. We're about halfway through. But if this chick doesn't actually say what the problem is, if she's just going to complain and be like, there's genetic, and you're not going to say what it is, I call bullshit. You better speak up.
And they go to the effing grave.
Say your thyroid.
That their weight was entirely their fault.
Say thyroid.
And the only way that this is ever going to change is if people start to dive into it. Deconstruct their beliefs they have around weight.
Yeah, deconstruction.
Look back at ancient statues. There are a hell of a lot of fat women. Sure look a lot like lipedema patients to me.
You know why they're fat women? Because they were wealthy, and the wealthy were using seed oils and shit like that. Like back to the Egyptian times. Like this has been gone over.
So if you struggle with somebody's body weight, whether you have an issue with them being smaller or an issue with them being larger, or hell, even looking just like you, start to research where BMI came from, where people's opinions on what size body was ideal.
Say thyroid. Say it.
Start to understand that so many of our systems were created.
Say it.
Artificially.
Say it.
In order to suppress and
Say it. And no, not hearing her voice you didn't miss anything important.
And it's incredibly effective. And the entire system benefits from you hating yourself and hating other people because of how you look based on your weight. And I pray that if you are a person that struggles with how you feel about yourself, that you're able to delve into that, because you need to be able to stand up for yourself in a system that does not stand up for you most of the time.
Yeah, it's the system.
You need to deal with all your internalized isms before they come back to bite you in the ass.
Your
No
500
scale is going to tell you what you're worth.
Yeah, you don't want it to bite you in the 500-pound ass. Okay. Tell me you don't take care of yourself without telling me you don't take care of yourself. Please. Please, fam. Please. If you're going to make videos where you're like, well, it's my genetics or something, I feel like you're obligated to say what the fuck that is. You cannot just use that shield. You can't just say, oh, it's my genetics, my this. It's probably the terrible habits that led you to be 500 pounds that damaged your fucking organs and your thyroid. It's not like, oh, I just fundamentally don't have these things functioning. You probably trashed them. You don't get to being 500 pounds. You don't get to 500 pounds just, It's just like, yeah, I'm just 500. Yeah, you ate yourself that way.
We stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real emo, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real emo. I said stay woke, real emo. Stay woke, real emo. I said stay woke, real emo. Stay woke, real emo. I said stay woke, real emo. Stay woke, real emo. I said stay woke, real emo. Stay woke, real emo. Hey, y'all some jokers, y'all a bunch of clowns. You will not get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transferred to a new account? You just fucked over a prodigy. Posted up with a rented crown. You are the king of apology. You about to see a new side of me. I hope you know. We stand up and watch